Hey guys, how you all doing? My name is Kieran and this is Foxoff RPG. So today we're doing a response video. Dun dun dun! And what kind of response is it? It's to that dastardly red mage. Now, this is a response to his super controversial and insane weird video called Throw Down Your Dice. So anyway, Red Mage put out a video basically showing off his dice, and he challenged a bunch of dungeon tubers, YouTubers, however you want to put it, to show off some of their dice. And I was like, okay, cool, I will get in on this. He tagged me, he tagged a bunch of people. I was like, okay, cool. I'm not a huge dice guy, but I decided I'll show some off. Most of my dice are going to be basic, like your the 7 basic dice we use. I've 1 or 2 sort of augury dice, whatever, and some interesting kind of dice. Don't look interesting, but the stuff they do is interesting. So I think we should start this off. My first set of dice I ever got, at least in terms of RPG dice. And it's these bad boys. Now, I still use these all the time. These are my main set of dice for the most part. These are some Chessex dice. And they have this like grey, like steel grey and green in it. And I don't think you can get these anymore. I got these like 13, 14 years ago, I think. But yeah, I love them. I think they look great, they feel great, and yeah, that is my first set of dice, and I absolutely love them. Now, to my most recent set of dice here are absolutely beautiful. I've been using this one and the other one a little bit more than my green one lately, because they're so cool. As you can see, it's like this really dark red and this bright red, but mixed in, it's this glitter color. Yeah, it looks so cool. And I've been getting great results in them for the stuff I need, so that's cool. The other one which I got, oh yeah, these ones here and the next ones I look at came part of the Kickstarter bundle of Portal to Adventure I looked at on the channel, so that's pretty cool. Each box, each box set you get like a set of dice, which is cool. These ones are awesome. These are like these pink, purple with blue, silver, like sparkly bits, glitter bits in it, and I think they just look awesome. Yeah, again, I'm not a huge dice guy. Like, I have some augury dice here which I've shown off a few times, which I really love. I think these are super useful. Again, you have your yes no's here and your blanks, so it doesn't really mean anything. It's like a non-statement. Then you have this dice, which I think is a great qualifier, so you can ask your question with these 3 dice, and then you have this black dice. Positive result, negative result, and blank. So you could get your question answered like, okay, is this door locked? So what happens here, this dice, right? This dice is your judge dice. So it will rule out the opposite dice of itself. So we have a yes, and it's positive. So then we sort of determine what our positive result is. But then you have this dice as well, which is an activity dice. So maybe you have guards on patrol, you come across people in the wilderness or in a dungeon. This is not necessarily a negative or positive effect, but it adds to it. And you'd interpret things, which I think is pretty cool. Again, some more dice, more cool looking dice. These are this light, like translucent green with, again, more glitter in them. These are the dice I got in my first Borrowers Borderlands box set, which I think look pretty cool. I don't use them that much because if you've seen my Gods of the North solo playthrough, dude, those dice cost me my whole party. And here's just a few really nice looking D6. They're quite big compared to a normal D6, I think. Like, okay, they don't look that much bigger on camera, but they are a good bit bigger. They're much heavier. These actually came with my Kickstarter for Return to the Purple Planet, which is a DCC product, which I think was pretty cool. I also have a bunch of little dice bags here. I think I have 2 or 3 more of these somewhere. But inside these, just again, more normal sort of looking dice here. Like, I have a bunch of other dice upstairs somewhere. From my wargaming days, like a bunch of D6s everywhere, Warhammer type dice, stuff like that. I think these ones look pretty cool. These are like orange and like steel colored with a bit of silver in it. I think they look nice. And it's in the dragon bag. Yeah, the purpley ones with the things were in the like the horse bag, which I pretend it's a unicorn because it looks like a unicorn thing here, but it's not. But I just like to pretend. And these are the dice I give to people if they don't have dice. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I have like 5 or 6 of these. I just have 3 of them there. Again, these ones are cool. I like these ones. These are blue and they have that silver sort of steel look as well. These are awesome looking. Again, they feel good. Again, like I said, I'm not a huge dice guy really. I'm not into like getting all these fancy dice. I don't really want to spend the money on them, to be honest. But I do think they look awesome. Now, this is an interesting bag. It is sort of like, I don't know what the material's made of. It's not leather. It's like fake leather stuff. But I got this on Amazon. Actually, I got it at the same time I got these on Amazon as well. These are my answer to the DCC dice. And it has more, and it was cheaper. That's why I got it. It's very basic. The colors, it's just black and purple. But you get a ton of dice. Yes, a D100 dice. This thing weighs a ton. And what the result is that? That's an 88, guys. An 88. This one is, I think this is my D60. If you not sure what dice it is, like the numbers on it, find your 1. Yeah, there it is. So you see 60 there. Find the opposite side, and there's your 1. So if you find your 1, you can always find your other side. So that's a D60. This is my D3, which again, it makes things handier if you want to just things in the trees and you don't have to divide anything. Here's my D6. Again, it's a simple black. This is the D7, I think. Let's find out. I think it's D7. There's 1. Yeah, D7. This is my D5. And it's a weird shape and has some blank sides and stuff. But when you roll it, it always comes up with something. There's 4. There's 5. There's 2. I think it looks pretty cool. And this is my D30. Yes, D30, guys. I know you can't see some in here. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's the D7 I already looked at. We have our D4, and it's a weird D4. So again, it's just something different. It's not a triangle. It's not like a pyramid shape, but it kinda is. It's rounded off. All these are all rounded edges in these dice here. Here's this normal D20, D10, D10, a D24. You know, that's pretty cool. Got a 5 in that one, so not great. Here's a D12, and then I think this is D14. Not a D16. Ah, you see. D16. So I got these a long time ago now, a few years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. Or more. Yeah. Just for DCC stuff really, and have some extra options. The D30 is awesome. I think it's definitely one of my favorite dice, because there is like stuff out there that does D30 rolls, believe it or not. Sandbox Companion, which is great, so I use that in it. But yeah, that's just my little sort of video here responding to Red Mage. Again, like I said, guys, I'm not a big dice guy. I don't have any of these fancy like metal dice or engraved stuff or whatever. I have some other dice upstairs, some board games, but it's all like boxed away and hidden away at the moment. But yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys like it. And Red Mage, that challenge was accepted. You shall not defeat me. Yeah, I know, we're cheesy as hell. Yeah, guys, so after looking at the dice stuff there, I thought I would continue on and talk about some upcoming stuff on the channel. What's going to be coming out shortly. You know, some simple stuff like that. Obviously, we're going to have more content, like I said. Hopefully, not hopefully, well, this coming week, I'm going to have Gods of North Volume 2 reviewed. I'm very excited for that because, it's a great game. I absolutely love it. I've read through it so much, Volume 2. I haven't actually played in Volume 2 yet, but, I've read through it a lot. I'm also playing in Volume 1 currently. I should also have my next playthrough out on Wednesday, I'm hoping, or before Wednesday even. Before Wednesday even, not evening. Yeah, so hopefully that will be out on Wednesday or before Wednesday. I keep putting it back. There's other stuff I need to get through. I'm trying to crank out a good amount of stuff. But as far as like other content, I will be looking at Mountain Peak Games Let the Cat Out of the Bag. This is an adventure created for Shadowdark. He's also the guy who created Fandonia, which is an Italian sort of fantasy setting, which is really cool. But again, Let the Cat Out of the Bag is based around that as well. So I will try and get Fandonia out in a couple of weeks. This is like my timeline I'm taking for the next 3-4 weeks. Some of the stuff is going to come out much sooner than others. But I'm also going to be having a look at Failstone. It's a Gothic Western game. This is pretty freaking cool in my opinion. It's just been a couple of Shadowdark Western games, but I think this is definitely one of the better ones. I think it's probably a bit more better designed and looks really damn cool. And it definitely has that. It's definitely going into that. It's different. That's the best way I can put it. It feels different and it's really cool. We also have Ancestral Peninsula, which is going to be number 1. This is by the Savvy Thieves Studios. This is an OSE module. It's going to be a hex crawl. It's going to have some adventure places, and it's going to be really easy to plug into different worlds and settings, which I think is pretty cool. That should be out in a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks. I'm thinking. I'm hoping for next week or this coming week, but then it might be the following week. It depends how things work out. I'll have Rift Breakers 2nd edition review. I had a look at it there last week on the channel as a little flip through. Excuse me, hiccups again. Talking about some of the stuff in there. So again, I'll try and get that out pretty soon as well. And Savage and Sorcery, Scrap Hounds of Sanguis. Now, this is another Blackstone Entertainment or Blackstone Games game. I have recorded this several times. The first recording, the audio kind of crapped out on me. The second one, I was trying to fill in the spots. I was like, I just scrapped it and I re-recorded it, and I didn't like the way it turned out. So I need to really get it done. And the problem is, I do find PDFs a bit rougher for review purposes. In some ways it's easier because I can do it from different locations if I need to, but I do like doing things like this. So I do find PDFs a little rougher to deal with. I don't mind if they're smaller PDFs, it's fine, but on the bigger stuff it does get to be a little frustrating for me. But yeah, I do much rather like physical stuff. I'll try and get that right. I just wasn't happy the way it was coming out, guys. I will also be looking at a few Castles and Crusade things. One of them is going to be called The Thing from Across the Veil. I think that should be out in 2 weeks from now. Yeah, about 2 weeks from now. There's a small creator. I know people might be annoyed, but he does AI art. I know, how terrible. I much prefer people art, of course. Most people do. I don't have a big problem with people using AI stuff when they have absolutely no money to do anything. And people might say, well, you can just use domain art. Well, that's true, you can, but it doesn't have the feel and the theme and the ideas you're going for. You know, there's plenty of big creators out there who use AI art and they then Photoshop it together, which I do believe that's what the creator does. But he did say he's going to stop using it and he's trying to get more money out so he can create stuff. But yeah, so That'd be cool. I hope he will keep creating things. He was getting harassed apparently pretty bad, which I think is absolutely freaking ridiculous. Like, cop on. If you don't like something, fine. Don't interact with it. You know, if you're on drive-thru or whatever, just fucking... Sorry, guys. If you're on drive-thru or whatever, just... You can click ignore AI stuff. There's an option for that. Like, you don't need to be harassing people for no bloody reason. Another one I'm looking at, what I will be looking at soon, is more ACKS stuff. It's going to be the Rune City of Cinderfire, which that should be coming. I'm not sure. It depends. I want to get the physical copy. That should be here before Christmas. So I hope it'll come in the next 2-3 weeks. Because, you know, with drive-thru, there's a big rush around the November time period, and I ordered it last week. It's still at the printer, so I'm not sure how long that's going to be. It's very short, 28. It's going to be a great location and some cool stuff in there for levels like 5 to 7. So any OSR game will plug in, absolutely no problem. If you don't have ACKS, still great. All the ACKS stuff is amazing. The adventures, haven't had any complaints with any of it. But yeah, that's kind of an idea of some of the stuff I'm looking to cover over the next 2 to 3 weeks. There could be more stuff in there. I might have to push some of the stuff a little later on. But that gives you a good idea of what I'm trying to do here, guys. I'm trying to get out more content as soon as I can. I will probably be doing a few videos with some other YouTubers. We'll see when that will happen. Obviously, when that happens, I will put out a link so you guys can share. What we might do is we might have a copy of the video on each of our channels. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but it is a buddy of mine, and he's a game creator, and he's brilliant. It's my favorite game. So we'll see when we do that and how we're going to go about doing it in terms of sharing. I don't mind either way. But yeah, happily going to help him out. It's Matthew Tapp of Barrows and Borderlands. He's a very good friend of mine. We talk constantly, and yeah. So hopefully we have something like that next week or two, or we might have a few videos out next few weeks. So that's kind of ideas what's going on with the channel here, guys. This is a quick little update. Also, we're almost at 700 subscribers, which is freaking cool. Sorry if the camera shaking. I'm just so excited by that. I think that's so cool that a bunch of people want to listen to my dumb ass. I know I'll constantly say that, but again, seriously, guys, thank you so much. It's really quite humbling that people want to listen to me, and I know I'm not perfect at the stuff I do. Sometimes my reviews or content, it's a little what's the word? See, I'm doing that thing again. It's 6 a.m. here, but yeah, it's not perfect. I pronounce things wrong sometimes, which, you know, whatever, it happens. We're dealing with fantasy stuff a lot of the time here, so is there any real right way to say some of these words? Sometimes I get basic English words wrong, but, you know, again, I do record these at between 2 and 5 in the morning. So give me a little slack with that. But yeah, guys, again, thank you for everyone subscribing, checking out the channel, commenting, liking. You know, it helps out so much, and it's super cool. I only started doing this in February of 2025. It's now coming towards the end of the year, and that was the end of February. I think it was February 26th was the exact day I put my first video out. But yeah, it's been so cool, and I've met a bunch of great people, a bunch of great game creators, YouTubers. I've become very friendly and pretty friendly with some of these guys, and yeah, I've had gaming groups I'm a part of now because of this channel, and stuff I've come across where I game once, twice a week now, and I'm doing it with other people. It's not just myself, which is nice. I do, you know, guys, I do like solo play, but it's nice to game with people, and the part of the reason why I wasn't able to game with people is because I do a lot of night work, and these gaming groups allow me to play with people I've gotten to know really well, become friends or acquaintance with some of these guys, or really good friends with other people, and it's been really just great. And I want to thank all those people who have reached out to me. They've talked to me, or like if I've reached out to them, they've talked back. We've gamed together, and we talk constantly, or a little bit every now and again. I just want to say thank you so much to all those people. I think it has improved my overall mood and happiness so much. So yeah, I'm forever grateful. Thank you, guys.
And of course, this goes for everyone who's watching, commenting. It's great when I see like the same few names pop up every now and then, or through video to video. But yeah, again, thank you everybody. It's been great, and I hope to keep doing this, and I hope people will keep checking stuff out and enjoy it. Because again, I really do like this, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, also one thing I left out as far as stuff I will be covering again on the channel in more detail will be the Portal Adventure Kickstarter. I can't believe I forgot to add that in. I'm gonna try and do the Arduin box set probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks, and then the Lost Dungeons of Tunisborg, that might be out around Christmas time or just after Christmas, because I need to read that a lot more. There's a lot of great referee stuff in there that I really need to go over more detail, play a little bit in the dungeon, get an idea and feel for how it's going to work. And again, that's it, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked this one. And again, this was just a response video that Red Mage tagged me in. I was like, actually, I'm going to do some more. I'll just add this little update video, some stuff that you can expect on the channel. And yeah, I'll see you again soon, guys. Thank you and have a good one.